to do this. So I've done this before for MySQL, but the way I want to do this is of course the hardest way possible. We want Steam to do everything, and we want complete unrelated. Don't want to do any work. Well, I'm exaggerating here. We don't want our Google server to do any work, so I don't think I'll try to log into that, but maybe later I will have to. And I do have things set up to where I have the Windows HTTP server and have to go watch some other things. So I'll be running back and forth here. Kind of get started for a few minutes while this warms up. All right, so let's just let's choose our icon size. So 200 times 200 is Steam's icon size. We do need a binary base number one. So let's use 128 times 128. Then we have to add this code that I've monopolized. Let's maybe see if it runs. 64-bit. INIC Steam. Oh no. I think I've added code here. And I broke everything. Is this the only function? Oh, this just enables cloud. We'll set a breakpoint there because. So let's just run this with breakpoints. So the first thing we need to do is don't answer spam callers that screw up the microphone, because the phone is being the microphone and my microphone's got all screwed up. I don't even know why. All right, load workshop items. This function is not really even like declared here. I mean, I guess it is. So if we do add workshop items, this would work. So we could add a workshop panel too. Get it to work in here and then port it to over there. Since it's both C++, these subscribe workshop items. So there's workshop items here? I don't know. Let's see. 0. Damn it, we don't have any workshop items. We could add some. How would we do that? Okay. I don't think we're doing workshop items today, but it's always like fun to start a stream and the first thing you discover is a bunch of stuff that you just been contemplating and what you're supposed to do next. Okay, so we send it's our ticket. Try not to show it off here. Okay, and then it like will use this thing. It's called backoff algorithm. It's made by Steam and probably some other people. And this is the function backoff. And basically all it does, I've explained this before in a previous stream, it backs off exponentially by a 1.2 factor and rounds up, and uses a CR time, real time 32 current timer, and a back off thing. Okay, and so we get our request back at some point, and we do call my HTTP server at some point. I don't know what that does. Okay, and so we saw all that crap happen, but nothing really we saw here. What Steam ID are we using? Spacebar load item definitions. Uh-oh. I don't know what our Steam ID was. Stupid. Alright, so what we need to do, we also have a download image function, so we could download the image programmatically. Now here's the problem with Source SDK and doing that. Like, I do have a VTF loader for OpenGL, and we could somehow make a targa and like save it and do this cool thing. But at first we just want to load the text, and then we could fancy about the fancies, and that'll probably not even be today. This is like a process. Alright, so do we ever call this? Let's go check our Steam ID. Okay, something like Shift Enter, Alt Enter. Oh yeah, F4. I keep forgetting the properties. New properties. I basically just spaghetti coded everything into Spacewar client because I was like, oh, I just make a copy of this. Who cares? Let's see what's going on here. There's this file you have even in Source SDK called appid.txt, and this file, or sorry, Steam appid.txt, it's holding this value. Okay, 4051350. I don't think that's my current Steam app ID. CrimeWars PlayTest. Alright, so we're going to rename this one to Alliance and Allegiance. I believe this is the Alliance and Allegiance app ID. I have to go look it up. We might as well, because just to kind of hang over the Steam web page. Here's the web API page. It's important. It's got a bunch of stuff. Here's the C++ SDK. It's very important to, like, they work concurrently or something. All right, so Alliance and Allegiance is a 405, and this is 35. Okay, so when you go to this page after you log into your Steam partner thing, you go watch the stupid video, and your brain begins to hate you for what you're trying to do because you watched their stupid video and got annoyed about what they want you to do, like have a bunch of stupid ass crate drops and never use ads because everybody's like doing the same crap. But with all that aside, just pretend we don't care about that, and we're just making our game just because, like, we just have madman powers. Okay, you add your items. Now I'll show how to do this too. It's a little bit annoying, and I use GitHub. I've shown this before, kind of. But we have our items here. This is what's important, right? So let's run this again, and I could show you how I enumerate these. I can never spell Alliance and Allegiance, even though I made a game called that. I will one day. It's like pending or something. I'll just copy paste this, make it faster. Yes, wow. Change the .txt file extension. Whole operating system will collapse, fail, and catastrophic error itself. All at the same time. Okay, and then we change that to this current Steam ID. After we've added our items, I'm just doing a test run. The reason, like I said, Source SDK, and we're doing it in Spacewar, is because Spacewar is a lot easier to test the Steam API quicker. You could use actually the same exact load binary waiting for inventory. Get encrypted app ticket. You have to install your Steam encrypted app ticket symmetric key length. And I don't know if I have the right one right now, and we'll find that out in a second there. If it, because I think I have it installed for the other one. Image download successfully, so that works. Get prices and validate pass. Load item definitions. No, it didn't load it. I have to do this off camera real quick. Basically, you have to get your RG key right. I don't know how mine's wrong. It's gonna be like really fun to install it. Damn it. Can't find it. I think without the key it doesn't work. Maybe it does, I don't know. It should work. What did the output say? Oh, it's on the other screen, sorry. I'm gonna read the output again here. What item definition? Steam inventory, get Steam inventory API. So it called it. Invalid item depths array passed in. Steam get places. Okay. Whatever you're back. Weird. Alright, I'm seeing that the code says if def 132, but this is a 64 build. Crap. It's gonna be like a tissue issue. It's like, try to do this, and the first thing we get is problems. What is this crap? The problem is, I don't know if it's telling me where this originates. Voice chat? I think Windows broke this. Alright, the quick fix I can tell is just switch Windows SDK. From latest, set it to, let's try 2222. Now, not everybody's going to have all these, but yeah. Like, I noticed that Visual Studio 2013 today couldn't log in for whatever stupid ass reason. I was like, okay, but I still have the library. I mean, yeah, so if you have the binaries for, like, the shader compiler from back then, you're still good. But what's causing this crap? Used to be just fine. I can tell that it's the sound library just by like natural recourse of getting garbage errors like this. I can go ask the AI, see what it thinks. Why am I getting this? Like, what's including this crap? Alright, there is a quick way I can try to fix this. Let's try 64-bit build, and then I'll just uncomment. I'll hide the key and uncomment. Well, why is it like this? This is input proprietary. Okay. So it's doing it for this now too. Weird, okay. Can we solve this crap? Let's set it to like something lower. Because it will be a different path. Huh, okay. So it doesn't work now. It's a good reason to scratch yourself. Damn it. The whole Windows API is broken. My conclusion here. That was my little brainstorm. Okay. It might be just a flag, I hope. I'll fix compiling C++ all of a sudden and getting this error. And I don't know if I'll be able to paste all this in there. It's always good to like give it more tokens to chew on. Whatever. Time. Maybe I need to reboot. I don't see how I'm able to compile all that crap and still be successful. Alright. We'll just load up the other Star Wars, the Space project, create our inventory file, and figure that out. Alright, so you load up your client VPC file, and we're going to make a UI main menu Steam main menu client inventory panel. I don't have this file created yet, I believe. No, I do. So let's actually code it. We'll be using Notepad++ here a lot. Well, as much as possible. The more it's used, the faster we go. It's like a perk. Because Visual Studio does IntelliSense, and we're trying to avoid any kind of IntelliSense. It's just ambiguous. It causes errors, it injects text. Notice I'm like fighting Visual Studio from injecting text by throwing slashes at it in certain places. So now I have a code rules of what I'm not supposed to type. And it's just like, why do you do this? They just created like garbage destruction. Alright, we'll just take another file where everything's already kind of prepped. Kind of like this. Unless there's a rundown file. This looks a little more complicated. Let's take a look at the llama. Oh man, this one's still looks like this. Alright, this is a little more complicated. about the avatar. So this is a bunch of labels, sliders. Okay. We'll just as the thing, we need to do all these sub-paneling, pooling. I'll take this one. So what we need is a constructor. We'll keep a few labels around. We'll keep the volume label and the back button, the title label, the volume label, the back button. Oh wow, it's like a lot of stuff. Okay. I have to compile this first. Let's name the class. I can keep this stuff in here for a little bit. Really, what we need to do. Let's name the class first. Main menu, client, inventory. Panel. Let's rename the old one. The thing about this is like there's a lot of typing, and it's like hard to avoid typing, and at the same time, this will be where was this avatar one? Subfolder. Main menu. Let's just, instead of this, we'll put, should be in the same folder, so it shouldn't matter. Oh, this is the H file. Whoops. I think there's something bad here. Put this back here for later. We'll recycle it. And here, this avatar. We've got, there's an override interface and a UI panel thing. This probably cause problems, but let's just rename. We're not going to probably need this class in here, but because I'll just get rid of it later. Place that. That way we have a panel. It draws. It has an on command and a paint background and a Pilsen rect 80 by 80. Let's set it to 160 by 160 to at least somehow. Oh, it's a draw color. Whatever, let's just set the draw color different. And the size will be whatever gets the size. Let's just minus like 50 and minus 64, just keep it oddballed. Now we have this added already, so let's regenerate the project. We're gonna have to generate a few more files. That's the way my project is like, has these a few more new files. Just hope everything compiles. I hope there's not like the same RCP error here. The code should work. Alright, let's compile this. I didn't even run this. I didn't even test run any of this, but whatever. And that's it. Yeah, there's a few files that we need to just kind of brushing up. The lobby clients. Brushing up these files real quick. There's also going to be a chat in the lobby. Would like to make them work out the cloud. Okay, so we forgot to do the header thing. This header thing should be client inventory. That way we don't get conflicting header declarations. Each file, copy paste this. They should strip this down as much as possible. And this is basically what I did for the first file, just repeat, rinse and repeat, but I just need to do this because that way my project compiles and has these files ready to load it. Inventory, also compile. So you can see that Notepad++ really helps with workflow speed. Put a copy paste of that, but I don't feel like changing my buffer. What was in it? Okay. I could have changed it. Okay. Set up lobby. Okay. Let's see what this says now. There should be a few errors here and there. Yeah, like that. Bullshit error. And you're always stacking these like panels on top of each other. The avatar we probably won't touch, but it's like it's more of a test file for now. I could include it using the VPC, but my VPC, I don't feel like clogging it up with all these, like, I'd rather hard link it. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh, Half-Life 2 loaded. Time to play games. Cool. So this is my stupid UI interface generated by AI that I kind of helped. Okay, so play game. Send you to like, I don't know what this does. Just like click on deathmatch. Damn it, we can't go back, can we? Missing material, quad, circle shader. Yeah, like I'm trying to compile some shaders. I'm having issues. Once I fix those, I'll have a lot of cool stuff. Let's like 3D this real quick. Let's actually copy the binaries over to this folder and run it from the source mods folder, because we're like masochist programmers. This is how I used to always do it. I never used that game folder because I didn't know how to use it. Oh, this is like a better testing environment anyway. Or something, I don't know. Alright, let's go check our debugging launcher parameters. Should be just like blah bitty blah. Alright, we're launching up source mods folder, allow debug, working directory, source SDK multiplayer, and some weird drive. Okay, ready to go. Press F5, the whole computer lags. It loads all these like anonymous DLLs that we don't know what they do. Twitch API and response rules without text. And there's a bunch of errors. Okay, load game UI. This is how I was kind of debugging my little UI override. It's kind of like based on the base tutorial. There's a few things that I kind of should implement, like a sub-menu one. I remember when I was kind of copying over code from some TF2 Classic or TF2 United code. Yeah, it had a little bit of cleaner system than this. It was more complicated. This one's a little more like stripped, which is good. All right, JParty panel, part of meta class, JParty panel undefined. I have to figure that one out because I just did that one. But okay. So when you press browser, it'll take you like to a little fake server browser menu. But I actually like it that it's like that, but it's mine, it's not theirs. If you hit refresh, it populates it. So we could use this later. Maybe I should use this one. So we can just copy paste the code onto this to populate the items. Just be like, this is the item name, some description, and whatever it returned. Okay, back. It does this. Set visible false. It follows the UI stuff. Options takes you to a custom options menu. You can hit back. It's a stupid menu because I don't know why everything froze, except for the back button that kind of works. But the menu was not working. I don't even know why. I need to actually figure that out. Why options menu is like just so disabled. Like, why can't I change that? It's annoying. I was trying to kind of, because I don't even have a res file. I just straight up just draw it using commands. Alright, so let's just go back. It's kind of like source development cycle. Alright, and play game, I believe, what does it do? I think it just does the disconnect command. Does it show a panel? It says that it does. It shows panel number 0. Yeah, so it's getting this main menu, panel base. What else does it call? Current menu hide. The current menu is 0. So it hides the menu. It shows it and then it hides it. Why is the current menu 0 though? Crap. How do we change that? Can we change that? I think we change that. Huh. It keeps showing it, but it'll just make that whole menu go away. Let's just press that again. But we changed that variable, though. Okay, well, what if it was 0? Yeah, it'll just hide the crap out of it. Damn it. Okay. So we got this, like, convoluted problem. Alright. Let's start somewhere. We created this, a nothingness. We could load into some math. Like that, but TI texture, close and sprite red load. No. At least this thing works. I figured out how to make it like spawn even if there's no spawn point. I think I always do that in the beginning. I don't know why I always get that, but Studio Advanced Frame. Oh, this is the draw code. I always love debugging the draw code. It takes forever. I don't know what you get out of it. Server is out of date. Please restart. Update and restart. What the fuck? Nav key pressed. This key window on key pressed. Oh, so this editable panel has focus. What's the call stack look like? Yeah, request focus. If state is okay. Set visible state. If state is okay. And okay, request focus. What is MOK? Is that a top layer window? A button. Oh, the button gets focus. Not the panel itself. That's interesting. Okay. And OK is the key code panel on message key code. That code looks like, it popped. Oh, this is how it gets material for the draw spike texture. What is this spike material? I can't see what it is. Oh, it's getting the beam draw for the grenade. Okay. Render mode 5, frame 0. So it gets this material and it passes it in here. That's the materials ID. So 128 by 128 sprites. Alright. Just kill this. So I've forgotten half of what I have to do here, but it's okay. Okay, so server browser will add another menu. It'll be called menu. Add a button called inventory, and then we have to spawn it in the main menu panel, and then we have to have a command. Let's spawn it first. So this is at quit button is at 170. So this is incrementing by 40, 40, 40, 40. So we'll spawn this where quit button was. Double check this in a second. We'll add 40 to 170, which is 10. And then we'll later add the command, and then we'll chew the command up by setting it to panel override. Will it automatically run the right thing? No, it won't copy it to the game. No, it doesn't do that. But we can run quickly without having to do debug, which is nice. This computer can handle that. Before, with not enough RAM, it couldn't. It's like too many processors. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We forgot to do something. Let's try that again. Debug and just see where it crashes. It's probably because I didn't instantiate it. I didn't instantiate it right here. It's right where right where options button is. We should have another one called inventory button. And it's not here, and it tries to draw it, and it doesn't exist, and it just dies. It crashes. Yeah, right there. Oh, it actually says almost F-E, F-E, F-E. F-E, F-E, F-E. Okay. Let's go to this. Let's actually spawn it like we're supposed to, like normal programmers. After we set bounds, but then we call it and it's not even there. It's like and this will be called inventory button, and we want it to have label inventory. It could be named pound something. The problem with not using res files is exactly this. It's like you're avoiding locality by default, and it's kind of bad. It'll still crash. I don't know why it ran it. It's not updated over there. Breaking debugger, but there's no debugger. It's another way to crash it without having it hit a memory address like that. Yeah, this thing I hate about social cdkeys crashes. I'm starting to like make my own engine and like learning how to use like the memory sanitizer stuff. It's nice. Okay, so we have inventory show up, but when we click on it, it goes to options. And we have options, it goes to options. Inventory. When we hit quit, we should actually send the person to a quit map, like that one demo does. Alright, so this. So when we hit quit, so inventory, somewhere along the line, it calls this command show options. And we know that because it's going to show options. Okay, and so the inventory button has another parameter called show options, and we're going to change this to show anything totally. And this will spawn a panel that doesn't exist somewhere. I wonder what it'll do. Let's just check that out. How does it do that? Once root show panel is called, it goes to our panels, which is some stupid list somewhere. It's just like this like memory made list. Yeah, it's this thing. It's this fancy looking thing that like is like stupid. To like learn how this works. I don't know, like I had like the biggest problems with this at first. Adding these dynamically allocated panels on top of each other. And this will be after server panel, so it will be the inventory dialog. It's not the inventory dialog per se, it's actually called something else. See how options panel is? You go into here, it's like this, right? So we need to call actually the base constructor of the file we previously made. This is where like it's just all the good programming, all this like Valve source SDK convolution shit. I don't really know what to call this. It's like, it seems like it's so much easier to write your own engine not to deal with any of this. Because, like, you know what's going on. Here you are, involved with them. Alright, override, why is this value? Oh, it should be this value, okay. Okay. That makes sense. So it'll call the constructor for this. The reason it's bitching at me for this is because I don't have it included yet. Here. What is it called? Steam. Yeah, I made it a Steam folder. And it'll be inventory. I could do all those three in one panel with my programming skills, but that would be so stupid because what I would do is just create a trash can and just fail. So I have to like break this down, and that's the problem. So it's incompatible with parameter base. Primer menu panel base. Alright, so I created a boo-boo. I should have based it off those. See this server panel? And we should actually use this view, this list view panel. Server list view panel thing. And there's other panel list things. There's section panel lists. And all these like, they're really fun to get into because they're like UI programming. Like anything with a dynamic count in UI programming gets really fun. Because then you have to pass in like messages to it. And, okay, so we have to base it off of crime menu panel base because that way it's off of the same hierarchy. It would have been better to somehow write a stripped down version where it would be based off of editable panel. But it wouldn't have this get menu panel function that we need. And in game menu, a few of these other like very gross central painting, command, thinking, ticking, showing, hiding, default layouting. Some of this non-needed like apply scheme settings, default layout, perform layout, INIT sometimes do a lot of the same crap. It's annoying. It's just like, oh. All right, let's go into the Steam inventory thing. It would have been better to make another panel and stick the inventory panel on top of that, but we could do that with this panel. So what you do is you just keep stacking panels on top of panels on top of panels, and it's like they're in front of each other. Yeah. It's just a bunch of quads with like more quads inside of that quad. It's an image, it's a button, it's a thingamajigger, it's a 3D rendering, it's a frame buffer. Yeah. So we have to open this one, base it off of this one. Then the base is already included. I don't think it's a VGUI. So we have to get rid of that. Let's try to compile it. If we get an error, I don't care. Okay, so that error went away. Kind of. What is now error here? Warning treated as error, object file generated. Alright, let's go look at have it turn game menu is like an overlay panel. Let's look at the one in the mini panels. But what panel does it load when does 0 though? We need to change that 0 to some other number, like move up the enumeration numbers, make menu panels, some kind of main menu thing there. I don't know, like the game lobby, like stick something in an avatar. Alright, so options dialog. What is different about this? It's a base. It doesn't have that auto game bullshit. It's doubling up on auto game. That's what the problem is. It has. It does this twice. Essentially, like, no, you don't want that. Auto game, I believe, will give you events and some other stupid abstraction crap. I don't want to go into it, but it would be nice. Alright, let's see what happened. Let's just copy this. I'm still so mad. Like, we should get space warring. Let's just see if this works, and then we'll check out Spaceport. The reason I want Spaceport to work is so we can see the debug output of the items. Uh-oh, we've destroyed everything. I don't know how this all got destroyed. That's so bad. What did we change? Moving that crap doesn't work. Yeah, it does. Okay. Let's not add this menu panel. Override main menu. Main menu panel. So there's a main menu panel. Alright, so it came back. Now good. I don't understand though why adding that panel causes everything to freak out like that. Set size, okay. Main menu panel. Show inventory. Inventory button. Show inventory. Inventory is shown. Oh. Why is this still like this? Okay, we didn't do that. We didn't tell it to show the inventory. The problem is going to be, it's going to crash. Maybe get rid of this avatar panel. It's like in the face. Alright, let's just compile this real quick. Run it again, and then we'll try to spawn it again. In here. In menu count 4. Main menu should actually just take you to main menu. That's what it should do. Okay. It'll try to take us to inventory, but it'll crash because it doesn't exist yet. You know, yeah, okay. Perfect. Just exactly what I predicted. But why is when it spawned this, create a new one, set visible false, right? Set surface, get the whole surface. Okay, this might be the problem here. It's not doing the same crap as the other ones. The other ones are programmed a certain way. Like the options dialog. It sets bounds, the screen width, screen height, okay, it does that. Server browser. It also doesn't take the whole bounds. So it doesn't like take over the screen whenever it's spawned. And it's set visible false and initially hidden. Right? Initially hidden should be enough though. Inventory. Initially hidden, false. Oh, okay. This might be the problem here. Let's get rid of that. So did we spawn it? Yes, we spawn it now. Okay, I think that was the bug. Yeah, so you can't just add it to menu. You have to add it to menu, make sure it's false, hidden. Oh, it's nice to find this out while you're doing this. Because, oh, oops, damn it. Okay, let's just check if it works. I forget how it looks like, and I think it might crash anyway. Simply because I didn't I just blah 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 wrote code in Notepad++ really fast. Okay, it does this. And back doesn't work. Damn it. It takes up the whole screen and back doesn't work. Nice. Okay. Why doesn't back work? Now I have to figure out why back doesn't work. Basically because it's not programmed to work. Because it has to be back like these guys do. When it says on command, back to menu, we have to call UI override panel, override main menu. This thing. You need a decimal trigger in the inventory. On command back to, okay. I don't know why that's commented out, but I guess we figured it out. It was already here. It was because I recycled it, and now I re-recycled it. It's magic. And this, it draws it from the whole thing, and it's like super big. Set size, get size, set size. We should set the size a little to bounds padding. I don't see the title, but what this title is supposed to say? CrimeWars options volume. Back button, back. Okay. So the back button is on the bottom. Why doesn't back button work still? Damn it. Probably because of this. It's like overriding its functionality, this other crap. I didn't see that. Who didn't see it? The problem with clicking at too much source code and source is you stop seeing things. It's just like immune to it. It's like, oh, no crap. Whatever, I don't care. Doesn't work, damn it. Damn it. I don't know why. Let's set some padding up. Why doesn't this work? Debug this. I think we need to get rid of that raw call stuff to show up. Like this paint is not doing us any good. The other thing we could have done is just put the inventory panel right there instead of replacing everything. Alright, so I made it like that, but why isn't it back? Man, back to menu, back to menu. Okay. Override show panel thing. It's sort of working. Go here. Go to the panels, set visible, not visible. Hide all the panels first, set the panel visible. Panel is 0, show panel is 0. Zero. So I guess because it's not hiding this panel, it's trying to work. This panel is not counting for 0, but there is no panels. Why is this 0? It's calling some kind of no pointer thing here. It's having an issue with something. It's having an issue with not getting the base class inside a pointer. I know what we have to do here. We have to let it fall through into on command, and then the other class will call it. Now this wouldn't be the case if it was on the side though. This is lobby. Well, but it would be nice to stage it. Whatever. I think because it'll call that inside the next one. Oh, I hate that thing. Stupid ass recompile shit. Like, you can't work. You're in the wrong directory. I don't know where to move the DLO. Yeah, so what will happen is it'll call this later, like when it calls the base class, but you can't do it, it just sends you here, yeah. So it'll send it to this, and when the engine of this gets the command override here. Let us do this, whatever. How's it still running? Yeah. Okay. How's it gonna work though? Okay, it's gonna call that on command, pass it into this thing, I believe. The command will be show to back. Execute client engine will call it. What happens in options dialog? Now options dialog does it like this. So what will happen? The root panel, does this have an on command? No. So it won't work. What I just did won't work. Let's just try it and see what happens, but we'll just see it in the console just being spammed. I think that's going to be the result. Okay, all this crap is doing is, let's just see why this doesn't compile again. Hit unknown command, back to menu. Okay. Trying to fix the other one real quick. Can't believe it broke. It's like, what the hell? I think it's a Windows thing, though. I think something updated in Windows. There's a Windows update ran, and thinking why is UI panels and this stupid menu thing not working? Let me just do this. Take this crap. What's this shit defined? Okay. I mean, the hack would be to do this. This is good. There's another hack, but making it look global and just like hit that address for that function space. It's like dumbass thinking. The way that we did that S menu, yeah, passing the reference to pointer drop into a static. It's like deallocating it or something. It just doesn't like it. I don't know what it's trying to do. Memory safety. Yeah, now that works. Whatever, it works. Yeah, I mean, that just doesn't do anything. It shouldn't just do anything. Well, play game should. What should we should make play game do? All right. Let's work on inventory panel. For a second here. I don't have that much time. for all this crap, maybe. Make a get items button, put it at 100. $100, $150. After that, you gotta start yanking things out of this thing. With this thing, let's see what's that. The other thing I can try is the Windows 8.1 SDK. Maybe it'll work since it's older. No, there's something else wrong with this. It's weird. Like getting this error, but like kind of working still before. I just decided to die. Yeah, let's try to put this in preprocessor header. Stupid RPC crap. No, it still doesn't like anything. Not really going. 1 minute. Just erase it from here. Oh, fix my credit syntax error. Draw. Stop predicting shit. I'll just like double up on the AI here. Yep, that doesn't fix it. Now the other thing we gotta do is try the other example. Or just get a new one. Pretty sure it's just something stupid. Let's just try to close it down. sourceworks and sample copy. I can't believe this fails like at the right moment. Get items. So let's run this. See if it does our get items command. We should have put some kind of debugging, or at least a dev message. So I can get whatever. I just want to see if it like stopped drawing all that crap. Oh no, it started with purple crap. Okay. Still get this garbage. Did we get it on the other project? Yes, we did. This is the Visual fucking Studio garbage thing. It's the Windows update that did this. Okay. Like, okay. But I think my other projects still work, so not too big of a deal. I just wish I implemented it. Well, I'm doing it now, but I wish I implemented the other projects. I have the code, it's just, it seems that it's the sound that's causing that. I don't know. Whatever's calling. That's if I do this. It works. Well, stuff in here doesn't work yet, but it's a test. Let's see. Anyway, this project. It has the most. It did send me to some pretty interesting visual package projects. Yeah, this works. Okay. Alright, I might do this later. 37. I need the other project because it has the code. Damn it. Yeah, I know what the problem is here. I think I do. It's the fact that it's drawing shit over my shit. It's drawing that stupid avatar crap over my thing. This crap and that. That's blue. That's weird. Why does the mouse stop moving in some places? Okay. This is a different one. Oh, fuck. There it is. This is the crap. Just like in the way. figure out where it is. Add get inventory scheme API to .h file. Make a public method. If the button is pressed, call it. Include like Steam API or something. This Steam apps or Steam API? What includes all of this? I think it should be this. Steam/Steam API.h. Does that fix our weird looking errors? No. Okay. Didn't fix that. Fix that. Let's see that. It's just broken. Okay. Should be more to this than this, but this just gets the items, doesn't even get the user's items. And later we have to like call UGC, user game content, add items somehow in the server, and iSteam inventory.h. Maybe include that. That might have something to do with it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not found. So in public, look at like matchmaking. That's stupid. Are you about to do this? If they want us to implement it like the game partner like K2 is. If it's not in here for some reason. Just didn't want us to do this at all. They just wanted us to use user game content. Ah, crap. It's not fair. Well, I was going to do this first in the other game. I want to like go to sleep. So this. What would have happened if I just dumped the file in here? My instinct said it just died. It should just, and there's this shit. Encrypted app ticket thing. Let's just go to it. We got to it last time. Like this. Keep losing word of that. Wow. Maybe it's not a class function. Probably isn't. So stupid. Easiest thing to do is to search what's in here. Oh, we're on the wrong thing. That might be a problem. Okay, we're on the right thing here. This is located. Why is it searching in program files like C4? I got the library right there. Always break the project. That's the question. What's going to happen when it calls this? You're like, alright, let's just try it out. Who cares? Sort of recognize the file for now. Can't be found. No iced tea in common. Okay, here it comes. It's a two different iced tea game coordinator. ML AI camo. There, should define file callback type. What the fuck? Something's gonna go wrong here. I already know it. I'm either gonna have to like overwrite files or something. It's the only thing I can guess. Yeah, callback class recognition. So if we scrap this, that okay, I'll let it do that. I don't have that many bad things. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 internal. But once you include internal, then what happens? Are these identical? Yes. Which one should I throw out? Probably the one in common. Let's try to throw one of these out. Okay, looks a little better. We'll get in the file here. What the fuck is inside this file? This is going to be possible. Maybe. It's not that bad. It's just all the DLL things. No, these are perfect. I love these. I don't think they meant for us to use this API. Source SDK. See what happens. Uh-oh. 48 errors. Might not need this pragma here really. Pack. It's not gonna pack this message. Build and callback. Let's see. 23 errors. Yeah, really good. Let's do this 4 at a time. It'll be faster. Some of these are neat. Networking we had, but networking sockets though. Because I do want to have networking sockets actually in this for some stuff. Yes, so this we don't need. Tone comment. It's like stuff it doesn't have. Item server. Oh, okay. It just tells me where it is. Oh, you serve it. I don't really think that you serve for it. Alright, and the rest is shit that we don't have, I guess. HTTP callbacks, I think we had. Okay, 6 errors left at the wall. Oh no, we broke it. Fuck. Might need some other shit from this.